Hey guys, welcome back. I have a seedling update as well as the plants that I wintered over as well. We're going to take a look at those just to see how things are going. It's actually kind of exciting. I am so looking forward to when things start to warm up. It's actually unseasonably warm right now. So obviously it is winter. It is January 11th or 10th, one of those days. It's the weekend. So we have been having fairly warm. Did you guys see that moth? That moth was like, okay, anyway, I was like, what is that? I'm seeing things. A moth must have gotten inside. He's right there near the light. It's pretty warm right there, so he's probably having a good time. Anyway, um, I am in zone 8B on the coast of Virginia, the East Coast. And we've had unseasonably warm weather right now. It is what is it? It's been about like 50s, 60s. I think it got up to 68 degrees on Saturday, and it's just hot in here now. So that's probably why that moth is hanging out. Anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see what it all looks like. So we have my rose cuttings up here, and they're not doing anything. They're dormant. They still look like they're alive-ish. I don't know if they're gonna make it. But over here we have our seedling babies. This is where I took out the flowers because like I mentioned before, some of these are cool season flowers and they may not want it super, super hot. So I didn't want them to be under the dome, which is why I ended up cutting the 24 cell tray that I got from Gardener Supply. I cut it up in 4 cell sections. And I think that was a great idea, but I didn't think about how I was planting the seeds in the cells, which was not the most effective way to plant them. But we have action going on, and I'll show you some things that I'm a little worried about, and maybe some of you guys down in the comments can let me know what's going on. But let's keep going. So I have onions, peppers, and tomatoes in this tray right here, and everything is starting to germinate. The Texas Super Sweet is the fastest out of all of them, growing very quickly. The tomatoes popped up probably second. If you look, the date up there is 12/31st. And if you can guess whose birthday it is, just put a comment down below, let me know whose birthday that is. Anyway, the tomatoes came up very quick, so did the onions, and we are starting to now see some germination for the peppers. I was really worried, but peppers can take 2 to 3 weeks sometimes, depending on your temperature, humidity, and all those things, and moisture levels. It can take a little longer for them to pop up. Now my tomatoes, the lights are really low and they are stretching still. So I'm hoping that when they get potted up and I put them back in here, keep that light nice and low for them, that they'll not be so long like they are right now. And hopefully they will recover since they're fairly younger, and I'll plant them a little deeper in the soil when I pot them up. And that's because they can put roots along their stems. So they have that ability. Peppers do not. That's not something that is equated to peppers, but the tomatoes should be able to do that. Everything's looking pretty good so far. Once they get a couple of true leaves up here and look a little bit more chubby, I'm going to start fertilizing them regularly, and hopefully we can get some nice big healthy tomatoes up here. So starting from the left, I have Flavor King. It's a bunching onion. In the back left, it's red burgundy. Then we have in the back right, Walla Walla, and then Texas Super Sweet, which is the super one who's in the front, taking over and spewing onto my Pretty and Sweet pepper to the right of it, the Cascabella in the back. We also have Orange Sun and Goddess. Then we have Mountain Magic. I hear that one's a really good one. Brandywine, I hear that one's a good one, but it can be susceptible to its fair amounts of pests and or diseases. Then we have San Marzano. It's a San Marzano 2. It's a heirloom tomato, apparently. I think that's what the H is. I have to double check. And then we also have the Bush Impatiens, which are not doing so well in that cell, but I do have them coming up. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them over here to my right. However, they're looking a little suspicious. They don't look bad in color, but they are not happy with standing up. So I'm going to turn you to the right. These cells are the bush impatiens. I do have a few of them. However, they are looking a little unhappy with me with how they're sitting. They're not super strong. I'm hoping that once their root systems really start to take hold, that they will start to pick up with strength and stand up straight. I have my impatiens right here because they are cooler season plants for, not impatiens, my Potomac lavender snapdragons. They have not popped up too well just yet. I do have one that's hanging out like right there. Barely see it. I'm hoping that they'll all start to follow suit. That one just popped up yesterday. But I do have this fan on them, and the reason why is because I have the heat mat on it. I don't want them to get too warm. I'm hoping that that will offset their heat and not get them too warm, and that they'll still pop up for me. And it seems to be working okay. I don't know how long it takes for the snapdragons to pop up, but I do know they are very tiny when they do. So they could be in there somewhere. I just don't see them yet. All right, so then I'm going to take you down here. Here's my peppers. I think these are jalapenos, and they're both doing really well. We might get some early peppers on those. I have my impatiens that I bought last year. I cut them all back, stuck them in the soil, and then let them start to regrow on their own. And they're looking pretty good. I am probably only going to keep the bright purple ones, and the orange ones are going to go somewhere else. Because if you don't already know, I am trying to do a lavender and cream white purple theme for the garden this year. I think that will be really nice. Just have subtle purple and white. Like I said before, I'm not going to take out and rip out all of my other roses and such that may not match that color scheme, but that is what my annuals are going to be looking like this year, and we're going to see how that goes. Instead of having so many different varieties, so many different colors, we're just going to stick with two color palettes and then choose a variety of different plants that match that color palette instead of different varieties, different colors, just so that we can just tone it down a little bit and enjoy just a theme for our colors. Now there's a big gap right here, and that's because I have my super petunias. They were doing pretty good, but they were getting too tall. So because it was so warm outside, I ended up letting them stay outside all night. It's still in the mid 50s, maybe a little cooler, and just so they could get some airflow, because they were looking like they were not getting enough airflow, I hacked them off. I don't know if I put up a video, we'll show that, that I just trimmed them all back real quick. I just pulled up their root ball from last year before they perished, trimmed it back really good, and they're coming back pretty well, I think. I just gave them some fertilizer yesterday. This one, however, he was not happy. I'm not too sure why that is. It might be because, like I said, I had them so close together in there and they need a little bit of airflow. So I'm letting them breathe a little bit, and hopefully they will come back even better than they did this past time. All right, so that is a quick update. Hopefully everything keeps going as it is. Hopefully my impatiens start to take hold a little bit better and they don't look so much like they're struggling to stand up. Might have to come in here and give them some pointers. But other than that, I am still working on getting all the seeds done for this week. Going to be doing a little bit more. Hopefully we'll be doing the brassicas, so our lettuce, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, which I could not find at the store. So I'll have to figure out if I have any more in my container or not, and some other types of seeds that are lettuce brassica based, broccoli, cauliflower. I do have some more to show, and we'll just take it one step at a time, chunk by chunk. And hopefully I don't overwhelm myself and put too much in here. I usually do every year. I do it every year. And, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I got a few more things I got to get done. I'll finish this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.